Are you looking for a career with a bright future that pays well and allows you to make a difference in people's lives? Well, you might enjoy being a dentist. My name is Alex, and welcome to The How. I interview people about their careers in order to help you find a satisfying career or side hustle. And in today's video, I'm here to share with you firsthand insights from a dentist. Stick around because I think you'll find this video helpful. This video is a little bit different from my previous videos, where in today's video, I'm going to just be focusing on the experiences of being a dentist. What do you like about dentistry? What may you not like about being a dentist? And where do you find fulfillment in your work? Now, before going further, I've got to admit that I goofed when making this video. While conducting the interview, which this was one of my first interviews that I actually ever did, I reset the camera at one point and the footage got really blurry. Now, instead of making you suffer through blurry, crappy footage, I've restructured this video so that it is more of a podcast style. So you're gonna be able to hear me asking questions to the dentist and hear her responses, but unfortunately you won't be able to see what's going on. Now, I'm sure if this sucks, you're gonna tell me in the comments, and I'm prepared for that. But if I accidentally stumbled on something that's actually an improvement, I would love to know, because I could do this more often in the future. If you would like to know more about the facts of dentistry, such as how much you can get paid, how long does it take to get through schooling, make sure to check out the video that is the other half to this interview. So that you know, there are timestamps in the description of this video in order to help you find the specific parts that you are looking for, so feel free to use them. Let's get to it.
Hi, I'm Lauren Shaw. I am a dentist. I have been practicing dentistry since 2016, so 4 years, and I love what I do.
So when, why, or how did you decide to do this career?
So I guess growing up, I've had a lot of eye surgeries. So I had a lazy eye, and originally I really wanted to be an eye doctor. So I wanted to be a pediatric eye surgeon. That's what I wanted to be. So in high school, I did a lot of things to make sure I was setting myself up for getting into medical school, and I also was probably too involved. I originally went to undergrad thinking I was going to be in medical school, and then after shadowing an eye doctor for about 2 weeks in the summer, I realized I didn't love it enough. So then I actually went to the career counselor on campus. It was free, and did like a lot of testing and things, and was like social worker, dentist. I don't even know the other four, but then I shadowed a dentist, a female dentist, and a couple other ones, and I realized I liked it. So that's how I ended up
You were
taking
never
it.
scared to go into being a dentist? Or were you like, what was your fear?
No, I guess, I mean, my dad's actually a dentist as well, so I grew up around dentistry, but I didn't want to just do what my parents did, so I guess I rebelled against that idea for a long time until I kind of investigated on my own.
Yeah. Wanted to make your own decision.
So that was really helpful for me. Not everyone has that opportunity, but I was able to work for my dad. That really helps me see the other side of the chair. So I've been an assistant before. I've been the one who cleans up. I've been the one that has to stay late before. So I think that also makes me appreciate now how much my staff do, and I'm not above helping them.
What do you enjoy most about what you do?
Well, for me, I work with kids, so I love making it a good experience. I love when a kid comes in there super afraid because of a bad dental experience and they leave smiling, or they'll give you a hug, and we give prizes. So when they get to go pick out their prize, it's super fun to see them happy. Also, I think one of the most rewarding things I do is when I do go to the operating room, like kids or an adult will have just mouth full of issues, or they've been in pain for months, and then after the surgery, when you see them back for follow-up, either they have all white crowns on now or no cavities, and the parents are just like, wow, they're not in pain anymore. They're actually eating. Like, I didn't realize they weren't eating because they were in pain. So there's just things like that that are really rewarding.
Yeah, that is cool. That would be a lot of fun to take something that is normally like a terrible experience for most kids and at the time making it fun.
Yeah. And I think also too, I mean, I love my staff. I have like a second family here at work. It's really like a support system, and everyone seems to really care about everybody else. So I think that's awesome too, because a lot of people aren't as fortunate to have that kind of work experience. So.
Would you say that's something that's specific to dentistry, or is that just maybe your situation?
I think it's case by case. I think, you know, if you're the one kind of running the show, you can set how your office is. I think a lot of dental offices have a good atmosphere, but I'm not going to speak for everybody.
Yeah.
I think it kind of depends on your leadership as a dentist, like how you treat your staff and how you treat other people is going to reflect on everyone at the office.
Cool. What is the most difficult thing for you about your work?
day to day is pretty simple. It's just those stressful times. I think the most difficult part about my job is when I go home and it's like 11 at night and I'm just laying there thinking about something like, could I have done this better? Could I have handled that better? So sometimes leaving work at work is hard for me. And I don't know if that's the case for everybody, but I think that's the most challenging part of my job.
And when you say getting home at like 11, do you normally, is that like...
No. Like I get home at 5:30, but like just by the time you're done with dinner and putting the kids to bed and you're laying there, like I just want to sleep. Sometimes a case or something will pop up and you just keep thinking about it.
Anything else that you would say is difficult?
Dental school itself is really hard. If someone told me I had to do dental school again to keep my job, I would not do it. So that's my honest opinion. But no, I mean, I think, as a teacher, I'm sure you deal with parents. I think dealing with parents is something you have to manage delicately in medical care too. So that's probably a difficult part. But
what about your job provides you with fulfillment? You kind of answered that, but I know it's a little bit different question just from what you like, but like
knowing that I get to help people, like I feel like I'm actually doing something good with my day. You're not just punching in numbers for some corporation. Like I'm actually doing something that I can see the results every day. Like I'm more of like, I want to do something and see the results of it right away. I'm not a very patient person. So it's great that I can be like, there's a cavity, I fixed it in 30 minutes. Great. Like, and I can see the good that I'm doing. And obviously there are benefits to being a dentist. Like I don't have to worry about putting food on the table, and that's really relaxing, that I don't have to stress.
So what, if you could give like maybe the most basic advice to someone who's jumping into this career or considering jumping into it, what would you say?
Number one, I encourage everyone to do career counseling or personality test or something. Most colleges or high school counseling programs will do it for free. So that's a huge thing for me. That really made a difference. The second thing, shadowing. So even if you think you like 3 jobs, don't just go for a day. Like you need to go for a week. Because one day you might be like, oh, that was really cool, but you didn't see everything that can go on. So I think summer breaks are a really good time to do that, even if you're not being paid, even if it's worth it. And then the third thing I think is, even now in 8th grade and high school, I don't care what age you are, but you should be learning how to budget. So personal finance and budgeting and asking your parents about car insurance and things that you're going to have to realize you need to do when you go to college. Maybe not, maybe your parents are going to help you out, but you should really be aware of that. And I don't think our education systems do a great job of educating people about credit card debt and things like that. Like I just saw a lot of things in college that could have been avoided, I think, with personal finance. So I think dentistry is a great field because you can be flexible, but I think right out of school, you kind of have to decide what you want. So you can either be an associate and work for a company, or you can go right in and try to own your own business where you make your own models. I guess for me, I did a general practice residency. So right after dental school, I wanted to get more experience. I was considering oral surgery, considering some other things. So I did a 1-year hospital residency. That really kind of helped me, master my skills and decide what I wanted to do. Still wasn't quite ready to pull the trigger on opening an office because it's super expensive. After a few things fell into place, I decided I just wanted to work with kids and special needs.
Okay, my last question, my favorite one. What experiences have you gone through in your life that you could say have made you a better dentist?
I think I can't ignore the fact that my dad was a dentist. So I did grow up seeing him take Medicaid patients and underserved. He had calls on Saturday mornings to our home phone and would go in for people on Saturday mornings. So I think that really shaped my outlook on dentistry. Like it's not about the money. It's truly about who you're helping and taking care of. So that really shaped my kind of practicing philosophy, which is why we take Medicaid and I do take special needs patients just because there's such long wait lists and people don't want to see them. So that really shaped that aspect of my career. But I think even babysitting, looking back on it, like I think in high school, if you would have said, you're going to be a kid's dentist when you're 30, I would be like, no, I'd probably laugh. But all the steps that got me here, it's like, babysitting and being around kids or doing leadership things in high school really kind of prepared me to make it fun, have respect for my staff. I don't know, just kind of leading me to how I'm running things now.
Any sports or jobs that you think tied into?
Oh yeah, well, so I was a runner, so I did cross country. So I think endurance and perseverance, that kind of helped me get through the studies. As far as, jobs, I was a dental assistant. So that was really helpful for me. Not everyone has that opportunity, but I was able to work for my dad. But that really helps me see the other side of the chair. So I've been an assistant before. I've been the one who cleans up. I've been the one that has to stay late before. So I think that also makes me appreciate now how much my staff do, and I'm not above helping them. So flexibility, I think, is huge in dentistry, trying to be easier on yourself. Dental school and undergraduate can be really high stress. So just finding a way to relieve your stress, finding a way to cope with your emotions. I really had to do that in undergrad, whether it was with career counseling or sometimes even just like a life counselor, just getting advice on what to do. So I don't think that's ever a bad thing to admit that you need help figuring out how to deal with stress, because life is stressful. So there's a lot of things like that I think helped me get to where I'm at today.
If you would like additional help determining if you would enjoy being a dentist or not, I would suggest evaluating Lauren's personality type and comparing it to your own. If you haven't already taken the personality quiz in order to find out your personality type, a previous video of mine can help you get the most out of that quiz. Please let me know if you liked the format of this video. Should I continue to separate the interviews into just the facts and just the experiences? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Consider subscribing, that way you can stay up to speed on the latest videos to help you find a satisfying career or side hustle. Thanks for watching.